It is like opening a can of sardines the following morning
That's a horrible image. Oh, Jesus. There's no humans, but there are lots of baked beans.
We make it happen.
We're back. Welcome to Series 2, Episode 1 of the We Make It Happen podcast, a podcast designed for people within the events and entertainment industry, delving into the funny and maybe the not so funny aspects of all our lives. It's been a really long time since we've said that.
You did so well. You did so well. I'm so impressed.
I know. Do you know that's probably the first time I've actually done it right as well. Welcome, my good friend, to the right of me, Christy.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Callum. If you didn't know that already, where have you been? You have missed an entire series. And if you were here for Series 1 and you are a visual watcher, you may notice that everything looks very different.
And very fancy. And I would like to give a huge shout out to Mr. Sweet next to me, because God bless him, he did really make it all happen.
We made it happen. That's why it's called We Make
I
It
chose
Happen.
that canvas.
You did.
And
yes, this canvas here.
And we chose the walls together, didn't we? The colours.
We went to B&Q. Other stores do exist that do the same thing, but we went to B&Q to...
Sponsor us, please, and thank you.
We went through a whole host of different paints, didn't we? Trying to figure out what worked, what didn't. And we settled on this one.
Yeah.
Lots of blues. We were going for blues. We were going for reds as well.
Yeah, we've unintentionally gone for all the primary colours, really. So if you are if you are listening in your car, I feel so sorry that you're not seeing the beauty that is in front of me, and I'm not talking about Callum. The walls are like a gorgeous royal blue. We've got We Make It Happen on individual canvases that go behind us. We've got all fancy new armchairs.
We do.
I dibs the red one.
Yeah.
So we've got a red, a yellow one and a green one for when we have guests on. It's all very fancy. We've had a major upgrade, so that's why we have taken a little bit of time. But things are worth waiting for.
We have taken 6 months, but...
A little bit of time, Callum. Let's not emphasise the amount of time.
A lot has happened with us in between on the We Make It Happen podcast, including obviously a brand new room. It's actually the same room, but everything is just laid out differently. So we're looking forward to it. I've also got a reveal that Christy knows nothing about.
All I can see on the script in front of me is the big reveal, and I honestly am excited and quite scared.
So if you're watching...
Callum's going to flash.
I am Oh, you know it already. How did you know?
I saw the trench coat on the way in. I was just aware.
So what I have is a bag to the left of me. I'm digging deep in the bag, and what you may see is actually, of course, before I reveal, actually, we have our mugs. We don't need to have those mugs anymore.
Oh my God.
Because in the bag, we have our own We Make It Happen mugs, which hopefully you can see on camera now, that has our new logo, where I apparently look like I'm 4. And it's with our colour theme as well. We've got yellow logo, which you'll see if you're watching. You may have also seen already, if you're a follower of our Instagram or TikToks at We Make It Happen podcast. You'll have seen our new logo already, and we've got a blue interior.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
Yeah, so we've got 3 mugs. So should we, our next special guest, and we do have a nice one lined up, will have their own mug for the show.
So we've got 3 of those.
We've got 3, yeah.
Give me it now, I'm swapping.
You're going to put... Oh, this could go horribly wrong. I haven't washed the inside of that mug.
I don't care, it's worth it. I am so excited. Oh my God, look at our faces.
Yeah, so
I'm
there
obsessed.
we go. We've got a new mug. In fact, I actually forgot about this idea until last night, and I managed to have a one-day, next day thing. Yep, a particular company
oh my God.
managed to actually produce them this morning. So I went and got them before the podcast, and now we've got our own.
Oh my God, this is so exciting. I'm sorry if you're just listening in the car, but I'm having a great time over here.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Oh, this is brilliant.
We're
God,
yeah.
you're just so good. You're just so good. Honestly, I don't know what I've done to deserve this, man. It's fantastic.
Nothing. To be honest, I don't think you want to say
Nothing.
that.
Thank you. I have done absolutely jack.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Onwards. Let's move onwards. So you may have noticed that there is a third chair in here. No, you haven't, because there's no camera, because there is a third chair in here, but there's no guest. That's because we didn't want one this week.
No, too much drama.
It's going to be all about us. There may be some noise in the background because it's normally we used to film this in the evening, but we're actually filming this in a working day for everyone else if they're not a musician.
All the muggles out there.
Yeah, a working day. So you may hear some banging, you may hear some piano in the background, you may hear lots of various things, but most importantly, you will hear our dulcet tones.
Precisely.
Yes. So as we used to with our first series, and we're not changing it, we always had our podcast check-in. Now, in that check-in, again, if you don't know what is going on, where have you been? But it has been 6 months, so I'll forgive you forgetting. We just check in to see how we are, whether we're still loving or loathing our job, even though that obviously we know that we are very privileged to do our job. Sometimes we just want to
Scream.
So it's been 6 months. I'm going to start with you, Kristen.
Okay.
Love, loathe, why? What's been going on?
I have been loving, but more for the fact that I've actually had quite a lot of free time. So for those who didn't know, my parents used to own a pet shop in Leeds. And it was rated best pet shop in the country by Which Magazine. Thank you very much. But they actually, we all ended up retiring in December. And I say retiring because I have spent about 25 of my 30 years in that shop. So yeah, we have all retired. So it's been nice just to have a bit of chill time. I have had a few gigs, but it hasn't been that chaotic, which has actually been really nice because we've managed to decompress a little bit from the pet shop and don't do all of that kind of stuff. So that's been really lovely. But I'm really on top of my admin now. Mm-hmm. I've arranged like a little office at my house, so I'm getting all professional, and I've got a really good system now. So what I've done, I never used to have a calendar for all my gigs, and that's probably quite sad, like a visual page calendar.
Nice.
But what I do is I put all my gigs on, and I've now got a little checklist for all the information that I need for every single gig. So date, time, venue, if there's a sound limiter, what the colour scheme is, if there's a soft drinks tab, if there's a food tab, what parking and loading is like. And I have like a little checklist on every single event on my phone. But there's been times potentially in the last year where I've got maybe like 2 days before the gig and I've gone, shit, I don't know what time I'm meant to be there. Because I haven't tweaked, I've got all the other information, but we never confirmed that because something was going on. So now what I do is on my paper calendar, I put a big red tick when I've got all the information. So I'm trying to do that for all of May, and then I know that always a month ahead, I've got everything that I need.
Nice.
So I feel like I've actually like upgraded my admin station because a lot of people don't realise, I mean, if you're a musician, you do, but a lot of muggles don't realise that it is just us normally. We don't normally have a huge team behind us. So especially in the busy months, it can be really hard to stay on top of it. So yeah, I'm quite chuffed with that. I've got everything sorted in my own little office, and retirement is going well.
Mid-20s. Oh, wait, no, you're not 20s, are you? Are you anymore? That's something else we'll talk about.
Oh my God, I know, don't depress me. Stay with the mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
I'm going to start counting backwards.
Yeah.
But my parents have this gym at the end of our road, basically, which is like a retirement village. So I think you've got to be over 55 to go there. Okay. But then whenever I walk in, I'm like, I've retired too. I can go for lunch.
From one particular industry.
Yes, I've retired from the pet industry, but the drumming is still firmly full steam ahead.
Yeah, amazing.
So, yeah, have you got anything? And we'll just bounce in between. I think this is going to be a catch-up episode.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, it will be our same kind of witty remarks.
Comedic gold.
Yeah, but it will be a catch-up. We will, obviously, as we navigate through this podcast, talk about certain podcast topics, which I'm sure some of you will appreciate.
I'm sorry, I'm just obsessed with this mug.
Well,
go on.
I'll definitely start with my highs. I've had a few good gigs. One was at the Shard. That was for a book launch. That was only a few weeks ago, actually. And I only got that gig just a few days before it actually happened. So that was a nice surprise, and I just happened to be free on that particular day.
Brilliant. What are the hours for a book launch? Is it quite early?
Yeah, so I was actually really lucky. So it was a start time of 6. Now, obviously, I live in Sheffield. We launched this in Sheffield. But Sheffield to London should be, according to Google Maps, 3.5 hours to get there. So it did actually mean that I had to set off. Well, I chose to set off at 1:30 so I could make it on time.
Yeah.
Which almost didn't happen.
Oh, why?
I actually started playing 5 minutes late, but nobody noticed because there was no one there yet to notice.
Fabulous. It was all planned.
It was, all planned.
100%.
It was actually, it was very, very close to being late. But yes, there was a lot of traffic on the way, as it would be because it's London. There was a crash on the M1 down on the way down south. And then I took a diversion. Almost got a van was coming in the opposite direction and nearly run me off the road because they were going at like 60. But I got to the Shard. I had to unload at the entrance of the Shard, but I unfortunately had my car parked 15 minutes away that I had to take it to. 15 minutes walk, but like an 8-minute drive.
Yeah.
So that added more time on, and I just managed to start just on time.
Fabulous.
That was good. What about you? Any more good, positive, or not so good?
Well, if we do rewind 4 months, just take the clocks back. Christmas actually was fantastic for me, and I'm not just saying that because I was busy, but
Loads of gifts.
Yeah, tons of gifts. No, I'm joking.
Santa Claus came.
I was a very good girl, but no, for my Christmas gig. So it's my first residency that I've ever really got, where I have arranged DJ, sax, and drums for multiple consecutive nights. So I've never actually had that before, and that was a hell of a lot of stress and a hell of a lot of angst, and I think I cried at one point, but it was phenomenal, and I felt like a full-on agent. It was brilliant, because I was doing site visits and I was testing everything out. And whenever I have booked sax and DJ before, but I think I was free 4 of the nights, and I had to get Deps in for me, which I've never done before, and that was.
So you felt popular.
I felt very popular. I felt absolutely terrified, and I don't know why. Because the drummers are fantastic. Who I got in, I'll shout them out. It's Romy Fox and Miriam Willett.
Nice.
They are fantastic drummers. Otherwise, I wouldn't have chosen them. But I think it was just releasing control of my baby. Do you know what I mean? I felt like a parent. I'm nowhere near. But yeah, no, but it was absolutely fantastic. And I think the first gig that I had to get Dep on, it was Romy. And I was at a wedding in Liverpool or something. And she called me and said how well it all went. And they had everyone doing a conga going around the tent, and it was fantastic. And I just burst into tears.
Oh.
It was just such like a release of like happiness. And I was so proud. So yeah, my girls really did me proud on that gig.
Oh.
So yeah, that was really good. And I'm potentially stepping into going into more of an agent role now.
Okay.
Which is a step forwards for the new year, which is more exciting.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to think of what else happened. I've got tons of it. Have you got anything else to say?
Yeah, well, I'll bash through my highs. I went to see a live gig, Darren Bernard. That was pretty cool because I didn't know much about him.
Who is he?
So he is a singer.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a funky soul, neo soul kind of vibe. It was really good. That was in Manchester.
Just before you move on, can I just tell a story about a concert that I went to?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
So I went to go see Youngblood recently.
Don't know who that is.
You don't know who Youngblood is?
No, sorry.
Get to goddamn know.
I can imagine it's spelled B-L-U-D though or something.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Youngblood.
Oh, of course it is.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. But he's sick. He's so good. And he's kind of like bringing classic rock back. But my friend Helena, she's actually the violinist for him.
Oh, wow.
Which is incredible. So she's just got back off tour with him in Australia, and I think she's got like 3 more gigs in the UK. Then they might be going to America for a couple of weeks. Like it's a worldwide tour that she's doing. So she managed to get me and my friend tickets on the guest list at First Direct Arena.
Oh, nice.
Which was a sold out event. And about 20 minutes in, he started, and midway through the song, it said, "Right, we've got an emergency. We're going to have a break, guys." Lights went on, stage went off, and they all just left.
What?
And I thought, like, is this part of the show? because he's a bit like alternative. He's quite rocky.
Okay.
And then all the big lights came up, and we were thinking, and obviously when you say that, that's just a surefire way to like shit up 13,000 people in this sold out arena.
Yeah, of course.
Because obviously you're thinking if there's an emergency, if there's like a bomb threat or something, they're going to try and get everyone calmly, that won't be calm, to evacuate. But we had no idea what was going on. And then I think about 10 minutes later, another sound guy came on and said, yeah, we're having a medical emergency backstage. We're thinking, oh God, what's happened?
Wow.
And I think it actually became a viral moment because this poor person, this stretcher was being carried in for this person, and at that exact moment, Leeds Arena decided to do a Mexican wave all around the stands.
So it actually was genuine?
Yeah, it was genuine. It was a full-on genuine medical
But
emergency.
people thought it was part of the act.
I don't know what people thought it was. And then about 20 minutes later, it all started. But obviously, it was quite a big break. And it turned out, I think, that show had the most seizures of any show at First Direct Arena.
One? Was it one seizure, or was there more than one?
No, there were 7.
7?
7 seizures.
Why?
I think some of them were drug-induced. But then also, if you're ever going to go to a rock show, there's going to be massive strobe lights, isn't there? Like, there were certain times, me and my friend aren't epileptic, but we were thinking, good God, that's a bit much.
Right.
But unless you're going to go see Adele, where there's
Yeah.
not going to be any strobes, I think you're just meant to expect it, but I think quite a few of them were drug-induced. So this big one, he had a seizure due to drugs.
Big one, big guy?
The big medical emergency.
Oh, sorry.
he might have been big, I have no idea. He had a seizure due to drugs, and they managed to like carry him out. And then when he came round, he started attacking the paramedics.
Oh.
And then he got arrested
What?
because he was attacking the paramedics, attacking emergency services.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And so then there were 6 other seizures, and fortunately, I think everyone is okay. But Helena was going to come out with us because we were going to go for some drinks afterwards. But she said she had a bus call at 2 a.m. because we had to go back to Cardiff. So we just sat in the VIP lounge, which is obviously sounds fantastic when I say it. And when I spoke to her the following day, she said that she could have come out with us. The bus didn't end up leaving till 4 o'clock
In the morning.
in the morning because a woman had parked her car in front of the tour bus with her 2 children in the back of it and refused to leave until she met Youngblood.
Wow. Okay.
So then she also got arrested.
Great.
It was
In front of the kids.
I presume so.
Oh, yeah. Good role model. Yeah.
Horrific. I'm sorry. That was just also my looking forward to it. But when you mentioned about seeing somebody, I just thought, oh,
And you're on your
Interesting story.
of good things that's happened.
yeah. I mean,
Yes.
it was great for me.
Yeah.
I didn't get
apart from the
arrested.
seizures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get arrested, so that was all right.
Yeah, so I did a great gig on New Year's Eve. That was a really nice gig because the couple it was in Cave Castle, which is a lovely venue anyway, I think it's in Hull. No, it's in South Cave, hence the name Cave Castle, which is near Hull. That was a great wedding because I had actually been at the, I think it was a birthday party of one of the couple. And at that birthday party, one had proposed to the other. So it was nice to kind of see like, almost like the completion, you know,
Oh, that's so
in terms of
lovely.
the very start and then the very end. So that was really nice. I don't think I'd ever actually witnessed that before. So that was nice.
Oh,
Did a gig with you and Holly J DJ, who we've done a interview with before. Not an interview. That sounds very. Who we've had a
podcast.
Conversation. Yes, a podcast. With before last series, and that was a nice gig.
yeah, definitely. Was that the feathers one?
The feathers one, yes.
Yeah. So me
yes.
and Holly were all in feathers and everything. I need to get you some feathers.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So that was a great gig. I stepped a bit outside of my comfort zone, not by wearing feathers, but just did slightly different music. So that was cool. But yes, those are the highs. Have you got any more highs?
Speaking of Holly, I am going to do a shameless plug of her Hot House event,
Okay.
which was fantastic. I think it was last Sunday that we ended up going, and a few of our musician friends all kind of landed in Warrington. I think it was at Hideout Bar. And yeah, so what she does is she puts on this event, and it was a free event in Warrington. Anyone could go. But because she teaches DJing, she gets quite a lot of her students on there as well to give them like a proper show experience.
Yeah.
And it was really, really good actually. So yeah, I'm just going to give her a shameless plug. That's Hot House Events by DJ Holly J.
Nice.
And that was great. And then we're actually all going to be flying to Ibiza in July because she's also got a hot house event out there,
Amazing.
which is going to be great.
That's going to be cool.
So you need to try and find that on Instagram and come along because it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah.
Unfortunately, I've got a few lows though. We've always got lows.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, at the end of the day, this podcast is about the reality
100%.
of what we go through. And unfortunately, what other people go through as well. So yeah, it's not a podcast that's supposed to bring you down, but it's certainly a podcast that's just
It's authentic.
yes, exactly. So I will start with Revolution Chain because Revolution it's kind of like it's a family to me really.
Yeah.
I've been playing in Revolution bars, and not only just playing, but going out at Revolution bars from about 2012, 13 when I first went to uni, many years ago, and I always fell in love with that place. And I say that place as one, but really I mean all of those places, because yes, they were all very different, but they all had, again, that word authenticity about them. And as you will have all heard potentially in the press, the Revolution Chain went bust just a couple of months ago, which was very, very sad, mainly for obviously all those people who had a job every day, who lost their job, that family of those that lost their jobs. There were many, there were 21 actually venue closures across the country. There's a handful still open. And I think people at the moment don't realise actually that actually these handful of bars are still open. So, you know, and I've been gigging there, which has been amazing to be there after the events that, you know, have unfolded over the previous months. When I've been gigging there, unfortunately, it's not been as it used to be.
No.
And I think in time we'll get back to that. But it's been difficult. It's been a difficult time, I think, for everyone involved. So I commend anyone and everyone who has got through it and somehow found other jobs or whatever.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, the family has been people have tried to obliterate the family, it feels like. But yeah, and then the other low, which is something I do really want to talk about. So at the start of the year was quite a difficult year, I think, for those in the know in terms of people in the DJ industry, but also people in the saxophone industry. We lost two people at the very start of the year. So they were John McCabe, who we would be familiar with, Christy and I, because in lockdown we did a live stream that wasn't actually live, but everyone thought it was. And one of the people that facilitated that and helped make that happen, pun, was John McCabe. And he was very well known in the Leeds area, especially the Morley area, for all the work that he did around there. And another person who passed away was Paul Hardcastle Jr., who was very well known, just not only in the saxophone circuit for doing what we do in terms of the sax and DJ kind of stuff, but he also just played with many bands as well.
He was a cracking musician.
Amazing musician, yeah. And, you know, unfortunately, he passed away at the start of the year as well in a horrific accident, tragic accident. And, you know, the start of the year, it made me think, God, you just never know when your time is up. And it's just, and unfortunately, especially for Paul, he was on the way to a gig when he passed. I'm not going to go into the story, but because of that, obviously working in the industry, it does resonate with you.
Yeah, definitely.
And a lot of the reason that we created this podcast in the first place was due to the safety and well-being of musicians. And unfortunately, John, he passed away the day after he did a gig. So, and he had not long been married either. So really, really testing difficult times for both of those families, and the industry as a whole. So yeah, those are my lows.
God.
We've probably got more lows. I don't know if we can bring you back up now. We need to bring people back up.
We need to bring people back up.
But I did want to say that.
No,
really wanted to say that because it has been something that's been on my mind since it happened in January.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is going to sound awful. I didn't know the person. I don't know the name, but there's a good friend of mine called Emma Ellis, and she either runs or helps runs this group called Our House, Your House, and that is also all for mental health. trying to bring everybody together through house music and creating like a networking event and stuff. And I think they did actually lose somebody as well, maybe a week or two ago. So if you want to reach out to anybody, if you are struggling, whether you're affected by something or, you know, something that has happened or something is happening to you, then please reach out, because everybody in the music industry or hospitality industry, they're all very like-minded people. I think we're all quite kind, compassionate and confident. And obviously also reach out to your friends and family as well. But there are charities out there if you are struggling with anything, because I feel like 2026 is just a shitter at the moment. There's bad news everywhere.
Yeah, it's a tough one this year.
Absolutely everywhere.
Yeah.
It's meant to be Year of the Fire Horse, and honestly, it's just everyone you talk to has got something going on.
Yeah. Well, global events aren't helping either. Just everyone is. It just feels like everyone's at war with everyone else.
Yeah.
So I do recommend obviously speaking to someone and listening to the We Make It Happen podcast to just get an hour out of life sometimes. Although we are speaking about the depths of life as well. Shall we move on?
Yes, we can definitely move on. Where are we moving on to?
Well, you mentioned all your positives, so I think that the only thing that we can move on to is what we're excited about.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
I might start, you know, if that's all right. I'm going to be really rude and start, because mine's short.
Right.
I'm excited to just get money in the bank account.
Oh my God, yes. Get me paid.
And I'm excited
Honestly.
about how I'm going to spend it. Which is like 90% of bills. But that little 10 and petrol at the moment.
Oh God, yeah.
But that 10%, I will throw it in the air and rejoice.
I'm going to buy you a money gun.
Yeah. I thought about when I was thinking about this question, what am I looking forward to? And genuinely, I said to Christy earlier, I'm not going to lie, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And I just thought, well, what is keeping me going every day? And I was like, the
Cash.
bank account. The bank account. And if you aren't aware already, I do love my cars. So having a little bit of spare money and the ability to kind of put it in my my project vehicles it does feel very all right, Jonathan Ross, rewarding. Rewarding. So yeah, that's something that I do definitely enjoy. And that's about it really. What about you? Yeah, just being honest. What about you?
We love the authenticity. Well, like I say, kind of same, to be honest. I think I had 1 gig in January, 1 gig in February. I had 3 in March, but that's because I saved the last 2 weeks off for my birthday.
Happy birthday. You're now old.
I know, I'm so old. So I had a really good party, which I think was phenomenal.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right, I'll do. I'm already planning next year's.
I can imagine. I bet you are, yeah.
And then we were going to go on potentially on holiday somewhere, but for some reason that entire last week was just storms everywhere in Europe. And then we couldn't go to Egypt because Trump ruined that for us. So we just ended up staying in and spending an obscene amount of money, going to lots of different shows and stuff and having like an extravaganza here, which was great. But I spent money and didn't make any money because I saved time off. So, and then April, I think I've had 3 gigs and I've got 2 weeks off now. So like I say, I am enjoying it because I'm aware that May is just carnage. And I'm talking about the month, not my friend.
Yeah.
Shout out girl on sax. So, but yeah, May the month is absolute madness. And I'm very much looking forward to that. I think I've got three gigs back to back, and then we've got a podcast with a very special guest.
Yes.
And then I'm going to Santorini for a gig, which would be lovely. But then also we've actually managed to extend it a little bit. So we're going to have like a nice trip out there, go on a boat trip, which would be fun.
Yeah.
I'm actually going out with May in May. And her parents and my parents are all coming.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be like a little family trip to Santorini, which would be nice.
Yeah.
Get my parents drunk on a boat. I can't wait. And then I come back, and then it's actually the anniversary of me leaving Shitface. So I need to do something to commemorate that. 3 years. Woohoo!
Yeah, well done.
And then I've got 4 or 5 gigs on the trot, and then I've got 2 days off, and then I've got 3 days on the trot.
Okay.
Gigging.
That's a lot.
So it does seem to calm down a little bit in June, but May is going to be chaotic, and I'm actually buzzing for it.
That's good.
Just get me back onto work.
Yeah.
I do miss it massively.
The first few months are always slow. April for me is always really last minute. I don't know why, but when I look at my April at the very start of April, I'm like, okay, I got 4, if that. And then all of a sudden it kind of builds up and people go, oh, you're free this afternoon. And I'm like,
Yeah.
It's 9 a.m.
I do feel this year has been really last minute, and it still is.
I
Like,
think people are getting worse with that
Yeah.
last minute. And it's like, wait, unless it's the first 4 months of the year, which are dead normally, we're usually quite booked up. And then people get really disappointed when we're like, oh no, sorry, we can't. You're literally asking me 2 days before I'm booked.
I do find, though, that every single January I look at my calendar and I'll have a little cry. I'll go, no one wants me. Is this the end of my shelf life? and then give it 2 or 3 months and I'm chocker. But I do find that and everyone I've been speaking to as well has also been saying that this year has been so last minute. Like, you offered me a gig that you just got offered 2 days before the gig.
Yeah, that's right.
And that was only this Sunday that she's gotten.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is mental. But I normally like to keep a certain amount in my bank account, in my business account. And anything more than that is like a profit. But because for some stupid reason and brilliant reason, I decided to spend thousands of pounds on a birthday party in the quietest month of the entire year, I need to build that back up now.
Do you know what that reason is? It's because the day of your birth lands in the quiet time of the year.
Oh, it's when I was born.
So yeah.
Oh, that
That's
makes
what
so
it
much
is.
sense.
Yeah. I'm afraid you can't change that unless you just don't have a
Thank you for
party.
clarifying that. I just didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah, just
I
in
had no
case you
idea.
were unsure.
No, I really appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, so I would like to get that number back up, and then I can actually start seeing a profit from all my gigs, which should happen in May, which I'm very excited about. Because I've also taken up a new hobby.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So, well, 2 things actually. One, I'm contemplating learning how to DJ because I think it's just a good skill for everyone to have. You do it, don't you?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, every bugger does it, but me.
I
need to catch up.
As we know, there's 2 forms of DJ doing it and DJ doing it. There's DJ Dave and DJ Tracy, or DJ Holly J, who's actually good.
Sympathy for Dave and Tracy, though.
No, I'm probably the Dave and Tracy at the moment. I mean, I'm trying to become DJ Holly J, but I'm still DJ Davey Trace. Dave Tracy.
Gravy Train.
Tracy Dave. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I just like to learn it. I think it's a good skill to have, and if I can
started
maybe
already?
no.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. But I'm definitely leaning towards that. I need to get some more information, but I also need some money to buy the equipment. And then, we've also had a bit of bad news in the family. So I've, for some strange reason, hyperfixated on gardening.
Oh.
And I'm going to grow all my own vegetables.
Therapy. Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the plan. So I've got a little tomato plant that I've called Barry, don't know why. And that's just sat on my kitchen counter. And he's getting big and strong now, and I'm very happy.
Well done, Bazza.
Go on, Basil. And actually, speaking of, there is basil next to it. There's basil there. I've got rosemary and mint outside. I've also got some thyme. I've got, I'm going to get some marigolds because they're all natural pest repellents. And I've proper hyperfixated on this. I've already got the trellis. I need to buy the pot. I'm going to try and do all of that. I'm going to grow cucumbers on the trellis. And then I'm going to convert the side of the house and grow like potatoes and cauliflowers and cabbages. And
amazing.
it's got to be better and healthier than what you get in the stores with all the pesticides on it and microplastics. And
that's true, you know. You're probably right. Yeah, and it's fresher.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what's happened to it because you've been there the whole time through its growth.
Exactly, yeah. My little bubbers.
I think you're right. Do you know what this is way off topic. Sorry for anyone listening who's going to be like, what a weird fact. But this is a fact. So, obviously those pesticides that you mentioned, like people put, farmers, obviously not just random people, farmers put pesticides on wheat and fruit and veg, as we know. But many people are allergic to those pesticides. They think they're allergic to the fruit and the wheat, but they're actually allergic to the pesticides. And this is what I discovered recently with my intolerance to wheat.
I was just going to say
wheat.
that.
It's the pesticides, because some wheat I was fine and some wheat I wasn't. And then I started to research and look into this further, and I realised, there's more to the story.
There you bloody go, because every other bugger's lactose intolerant, glucose intolerant, and everything.
Yeah, so if you're in the middle of driving and you're starting to feel unwell because you've had a biscuit, you might not be allergic to the biscuit. You might be just allergic to the pesticides that are still in the biscuit.
Right, a formal complaint. And leave We Make It Happen out of it. Please and thank you.
Yeah, please.
So yeah, I'm hyperfixating on that. And also, I have been asked and honoured to be asked to be a bridesmaid.
Ooh.
For a fellow musician.
Oh.
Which is like, So the wedding is in 2028. But I'm already planning. I already had 17 plans by the end of the conversation, if you're asking me. because in case you were unaware, I love to throw a good party.
I'm not aware. No
So
idea.
yes, I'm very, very excited about that.
That's good.
So let's hear what we've got coming up. It's all hectic and busy, and I've got all these planned, but actually with how busy May is going to be, it's probably all just going to crash and burn. But we'll give it a go.
Have you thought about combining the DJing and the growing the food into one element?
I've heard that music does help plants grow.
Yeah, because I was thinking you could do like live streams, DJing, and have a camera fixed on the growth of your tomatoes and just watch them flourish over time through your epic tracks and DJ skills that you choose to select.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I reckon you'd have thousands of
Literally
views.
watching grass grow.
Literally watching a tomato grow based on your music. You put a bad track on, and that tomato
It'll
is
go sad.
Yeah.
Like most people, it'll go sad. That's how you
wrinkle.
practice DJing. We've gone on a tangent.
in front of fruit and veg.
Bazza.
So yeah, that's what we've got coming up then.
So yeah. So after got coming up and everything, we tend to go on to our podcast topics, don't we?
We do.
So this podcast topic for this week is what we do before a gig and what we do after, because I think we all do have our own little rituals, don't we? That
do.
we just like to stick to. And I don't know if you're like me, but if I don't stick to a certain thing, I just feel completely put off.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You feel like you can't start the gig, or you feel like your performance during the gig is going to be worse because
Yeah, just in the wrong mindset.
yeah.
I feel a lot of it is like setting. You need to be in the right mindset to be able to perform. And if something just hasn't gone right, it just throws me off completely. And I get like huge imposter syndrome.
Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Yep. If I show up and all of a sudden find out that my equipment isn't as charged as I expected, I'm like, oh my God, oh no, how am I going to do this gig? Oh. Usually I'm like, fine. But yeah.
Normally it's fine. And it's always those gigs when people come up to me and go, God, you're fantastic. I'm
Yeah.
going, really?
Well,
Am I?
as I said previously, it's always the quiet ones that are death staring me, and I'm like, oh, they hate it, and they come up and they're like, oh my God, it was absolutely amazing. Me and my partner, we were just like absolutely in awe. We just think you're brilliant. We had such a good time.
That
And I'm
voice
like,
is
well, your
grating.
face doesn't show it. Yeah,
It was the accent. It just kept going.
yeah.
You're so loud in my ears. I was like,
sorry.
good God.
Sorry for any of those that are listening.
Surround sound in the car.
Well, they should all be listening. And for those that are listening in the car.
So how do you get ready for a gig then? What do you do?
Okay, so I am a man, in case you weren't sure.
Dun,
So
dun, dun.
the time it takes for me to get ready for a gig is probably half the time that it takes for a woman or maybe yourself to let me rephrase that. For a woman like yourself to get ready.
I hate you.
No, I didn't even think about that as it came out. How bad that sounded. Yeah, so basically what I tend to do is I would say I prepare most on the journey there. Beforehand, I just basically am like, right, what shirts do I need? Is it a casual? Is it a smart gig? Okay, let's throw those in the car. Brilliant. Is my stuff charged up? Yes, it is. Right, let's just get that in the car. Done. Okay, let's go. So I'm on the journey, and this is where my preparation starts. I then start thinking, have I pack that? Have I got my saxophone? So I call my partner.
I think that's not preparation starting. That's preparation failing.
Hold on, I'm getting it. No, this is still part of the prep, right?
Okay.
part of the
It's all
prep.
a routine.
So
Right,
yeah,
okay.
it's all. I do the same thing all the time.
Okay.
Call my partner. I haven't left my saxophone in the living room by any chance. No, of course you haven't. Okay. Well, I'm just going to stop by a motorway service and just check anyway. Of course, everything is in. I pretty much do this all the time. But to get my head in the correct mental capacity to have a party and enjoy life, on the way there, I usually listen to dance music, house music, a playlist on Spotify called New House Music Friday, I think it's called.
Oh.
It's a great playlist. It's a great playlist because it's so varied. There's
I need to do that because there's sometimes they say, have you not heard this song? And we go, no, I've just been listening to a podcast. I've got no idea what this song is. And it's like
some
number
of it
2 in the charts.
shite.
Oh. Okay, I won't listen to it then. Thanks.
But no. What I mean by that is, in my opinion, in terms of dance music, is quite like
Varied.
yeah. So you could be listening to like I don't know, something that is quite calming, relaxing 1 minute, but it's still dance. You know, maybe
Yeah,
Afro
yeah.
house 1 minute, and then you've got like techno the next minute, and it's like, what? And it's not on shuffle. But I mean, it's just the scope of anything that comes in, really. Like, you know, it just goes on the playlist. But yeah, so I normally listen to that, have a great time. Sometimes if I'm feeling sleepy on the way there, but especially the way back, I'll give my mum a ring, see how she's doing. I listen to podcasts, like a car podcast usually. Something that's completely like unrelated to music.
I'm not sure if you know, but Callum likes cars.
I do quite like cars, yeah. Something completely unrelated to kind of music. That especially do that on the way back.
Yeah.
Because after the gig, my head is like ringing. I'm fed up of music. I love music, but I'm fed up of it. I just need 2.5 hours with no music.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, if the drive's 2.5 hours.
You drive 2.5 hours?
Yeah, but everyone knows that about me.
Yeah, you just...
People think that I'm mental.
I do.
Yeah,
a lot of people do.
I know. Yeah, but it's just, I haven't changed. That's what I've been doing in the last 6 months, is still driving.
I know, but why
hours.
2.5? My radius, like my maximum radius is 2 hours, otherwise I need accommodation.
I'll tell you why I do it.
Oh,
Because I ain't got any other option.
hotel!
Oh, I see. So I still have to drive, though, back 2.5 hours, even if I get a hotel.
Yes, but then at least you're not doing it at like 3 a.m. and you're knackered.
But I'm still knackered even in a hotel. Do you know what? Premier Inn story. Right, this is probably mainly a funny gig story, but it was after the gig. I stayed in a Premier Inn. There are other hotels available, but to be honest, Premier Inn are going to want to stay far and wide from this story when I tell them. Or was it a Traveller? No, it's a Premier Inn. I stayed. This was the second to last time I'd stayed overnight on a journey back. It was a long journey back. It was in Liverpool. I wanted to have some rest, okay? Because that's what you do at a hotel. I've got the drive the next day. I want to feel fresh for it. And do you know what happened the entire night that I was trying to sleep?
No.
Christy's not got an idea. Just a couple getting it on. For the entire night.
Squeaky beds.
Squeaky bed. It was more squeaky beds and more a lot of voices,
Shrieking.
Loud voices.
Oh God.
Yes, speaking and other things that I'd rather not mention.
Religious sayings and stuff.
Yes, quite a lot of that word actually.
Yeah. You see now.
Yeah.
So I've just been praying. Enthusiastically.
I ended up having to go downstairs and to the reception and say, look, I don't want to spoil anyone's great time, but I've spent 70 quid on a hotel for a reason. To sleep.
So what did they do? Did they move you or did they not?
No, they knocked. And they were like, excuse me, can you, I know you're having a good time, can you keep the noise down?
Can you back in?
People trying to sleep. And I don't think it helps. I think they still continue, to be honest.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Awkward. So I digress. Where was I? What were we talking about?
I've no idea. I've just got enthusiastic praying in my head.
We're talking about our podcast topic, which is about...
Oh, yeah, you driving 2.5 hours.
Yes, winding down. So, yeah, a lot of the time, I'm really... If the drive isn't a long one, actually, by the time I arrive home, I can't sleep because the adrenaline is rushing through me. So a lot of the time, the podcasts and whatever are to calm me down, but to still keep me interested so I don't fall asleep. But... at the gig, normally, when I'm finished, I get the hell out of there as soon as possible, unless I'm really having a great time, like Revolution, which I've spoken about already previously in this podcast. I love that place so dearly because I have such a great time every time there, and I sometimes do a free hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've had a child that I've done a free hour.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I do love Revs. It was like a rite of passage, wasn't it? For all musicians. And similar to you, like I wanted my ashes scattered in that courtyard. I used to be in there 3-4 nights a week. Like,
God, that'd be weird.
Genuinely, I used to be obsessed with that place. But yeah.
So that's pretty much what I do is podcasts to get myself there, try and get myself hyped with music. When I'm there, I say, hello, my name's Callum. And in the first 30 seconds, I try and figure out whether it's going to be shit or okay as a gig, usually based on the DJ. And yes, and whether he's got
Dave and
decks in
Tracy.
front of him, yeah. If he's got decks in front of him, I'm like, oh, here we go. He might mix, but obviously sometimes we've got all the gear and no idea.
Yes.
Which, as I will always say, because I know there's a lot of DJs that listen, there are so many sax players and musicians that I'm sure they'll think as well have the gear
Oh
and
yeah,
no
we're
idea.
just crap. 100%.
I'm one of them. So yeah, that's what I do. What you do is way more interesting though.
I really don't think it is. I think you made that sound really good.
No, it is.
I don't really.
Oops, sorry. That was me bashing the mic.
I don't think what I do. So mine's like an entire day affair because I'm always running late.
That's what I mean already. An entire day.
Well, basically, obviously, I get up and then I charge my lights straight away because if it's a private gig, then I've got like a light show. So they're all on charge straight away. And then I try and pack my bag or pack my car because I've got like 8 bags and I always forget something. So I'm always running around like a headless chicken. So now I'm trying to pack all my stuff straight away in my car. And then sometimes I have 3 different outfits for a gig. If I've got 2 gigs, then I might be taking 6 different outfits. So I get all those out, pack them all in. Jeez. And then, well, what do you mean, Jesus?
That's just a lot.
I know. It's actually not that much of a lot. I've got my woman. Can't even speak. I'm a woman with baggage.
But you choose to do outfit changes though.
Yeah, and I look great.
In the
What's
same
your
way I
issue?
choose to do 2.5 hour drives.
Yeah, but mine's not going to make me crash and die.
Well, but you are spending longer in your day packing 6 outfits, which is then longer to take out of your car at the end.
No, I just leave it in.
Oh, smelly.
Yeah. It is like opening a can of sardines the following morning.
That's a horrible image. Oh, Jesus Christ.
But you know what? The benefit is, if I'm only sweating in them for half an hour, they don't smell as bad as sweating in them for an hour and a half.
Okay, I see your logic. You know,
I don't. I'm glad you went along with that.
No, I was just going to tell you there's actually a great invention to avoid this issue.
What, sweating?
Yeah, well,
What?
I mean, you still sweat.
You
There's
talk
a
about
great
deodorant?
invention to... Deodorant, yeah.
Oh, you're sarcastic today.
I know.
Cheeky
Which
bugger.
reminds me, we still have our soundboard, which wasn't very loud, so I'm going to do it again.
Hey.
Yes, sorry, your routine.
But yeah, and then I spend like an hour doing my makeup and my hair. And if I like the client, I might shave my legs.
Sorry, when you say like the client,
Not in that way.
okay, because I was going to say most of them get married.
It's never too late. It's a speed bump. It's fine. But no, depending on what dress I'm wearing or what the general shin situation is. But the thing is, I just think if someone can see the hair on my legs or they can feel the hair on my legs, they're way too goddamn close and I should be leaving that venue.
Well, yeah, I was going to say.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So, I might do that. See how I feel on the day. But yeah, it's like an hour getting ready. And then I'm just a podcast girly, to be honest.
You only listen to podcasts on the way there and back?
Really? Yeah,
Wow.
kind of. But that's normally because I listen to podcasts all the goddamn time. So whenever I get in the car, I'm like halfway through the story and it's getting juicy. So yeah, sometimes I do listen to house music or listen to the radio because I can be sometimes a little bit behind on the current affairs of music. The news just depresses me, so don't put that on.
No. You don't want that on the way to a gig.
Oh God, no.
You're trying to be uplifted when you get to someone's wedding and instead all you can think about is war.
Yeah, I just tend to listen to like murder and rape instead on true crime podcasts.
Okay.
I can't deal with war.
I'd probably
But-
rather listen to the news, actually.
Like all the basic white girls out there. I'm a true crime gal. I love it. I think
Okay.
it's the psychology behind it.
What, that people just choose to commit crimes?
Yeah, I've always been really interested in psychology. I wanted to actually become a therapist.
Oh.
So the case studies have always really interested me. But the way that they describe it is a bit like a whodunit. So yeah, that just kind of gets me in the mood to play at someone's best day of their life, which makes no sense. But yeah, I know what you mean about getting to a venue and then gauging it in the first 30 seconds. You kind of gauge and see what the clientele are like, who the drunk arseholes are,
Yeah.
if the DJ is actually DJing, how
Yeah.
big the barbecue is, and if the food's come out yet.
Yes. Oh, the food. The food, yeah.
Nightmare.
Do you ever eat the food?
Yes and no. I tend to get a big plate, and then by the time I get round to eat it, it's gone cold.
Ah,
And then half the time it's gone a bit, it's gone cold.
yeah.
But I always make the mistake, especially if it's really good. I think, I'm not going to eat all this because I'll get a stitch. And then I end up eating it all and seriously regretting my life choices.
Yeah. Yeah, this is why I don't do it. But also, my thought is I don't know what's happened to that food from the time that I've arrived at this gig and whilst it's been sat there as an all-you-can-eat buffet, if it's one of those, because I think there could
What
have
are
been...
people doing at your weddings?
No, but if you think about it, like, people are talking over the food, aren't they? They're getting the chicken, and they're like, "Oh, it's been so long since I've seen you." And it's like, oh, that's all just, oh, I just imagine it's all going on the food. And I'm like, and then I'm going to eat that, do me set, and then I might be vomiting halfway through the set because I've got stomach poisoning from Tracy's dodgy spit.
Right, we love Tracy.
We do.
by
I don't
the
know
way.
Tracy. That's why I use Tracy as an example.
Stop saying Tracy.
Yeah. Well, I don't
You're
use
going to get
Karen.
sued by a Tracy. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Yeah, Tracy might be your turn. Karens have taken the brunt of it the entire way through, haven't they?
Yes. Yeah.
But no, I'm not really bothered about buffets. I think I've got like a steel stomach.
A steel stomach.
I've got it from my mother. She just always thinks if it's out of date and it doesn't kill you, it's fine.
Yeah, but you don't know if it's out of date when you're at a buffet.
Well, if it doesn't kill me, it's fine. In my mum's logic, the number of times she'd be like, "These beans are from 2021. Just don't tell your father. They're fine." We go, "Okay, won't tell him."
So I assume they're canned.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all right then. Canned can live forever.
Or like deli meat that's like a year old. And she's like, "Oh, it's just it's been preserved. It's fine." I'm going, "Mum."
Honestly, cans will live longer than human life. When this planet just suddenly disappears, and then there's a new planet that suddenly, is created millions of years after, and they'll discover, oh, we've discovered this planet, Earth. We've discovered this planet. There's no humans, but there are lots of baked beans.
Well, when the Titanic sank, there's actually some champagne. I don't think it was from the Titanic, but I think it was from a different boat that sank at a similar time. So we are talking 100 years ago or so.
Yeah.
And they actually managed to spend £225,000 a bottle going down and picking up this champagne, and it's aged it perfectly, being like pressurized and cold at the bottom. Like,
wow! So the ship manages to crash, and it doesn't smash the bottle.
Yeah.
But it kills people.
Well, yeah, because it's cold. It's a bit chilly.
No,
But the champagne is perfectly chilled.
oh yeah, no. But what I meant was like from the impact of the ship crashing.
I don't think it's the impact that necessarily kills people. I think it's the sinking and the...
I'm not gonna lie. If there's an iceberg coming at you, excuse Joseph words. If there's an iceberg that is going to your direction, I don't think you're gonna win. But I'm impressed that you wouldn't win, but a bottle of Champers would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also read that a really good way to get back at somebody if you break up with someone or you don't like them is just to, before you leave the house, peel off all the labels on their tins.
So they don't know what's
Yeah,
what.
it's just a huge inconvenience.
Have you ever
just-
done it?
Neither
No
confirm nor
comment.
deny. I'd like to plead the fifth.
yeah, no comment.
But going
yes.
back to
Your routine.
my routine.
Sorry, Jesus. That's a long segue.
Going back to my routine and going back to the DJs that now we can, hopefully this image that I'm going to paint for you will make you feel like we hate you less. So these are the type of DJs that we've dealt with. I turned up to this wedding, and this DJ, I'm not going to say what the name is, but it's a name that insinuates high class, luxury, like top tier.
Okay.
And he had all the gear, this like beautiful light show on these big pillars and moving heads and like a really swanky booth. It looked great, and this guy was like overdressing the majority of the guests at this wedding. And it all looked like it fit the brand,
Yeah.
So I thought, this would be quite exciting, a bit of an older guy. I thought, okay, fair enough. Sometimes, age means aging well, I guess.
Wisdom.
Like the champagne, yeah. So he started playing me in this saxophonist. And then he went into like this really strange mix. And I was thinking, what the hell is he doing? I couldn't understand it. And it was in different keys and it's in different tempos. That's the DJ Daves and Tracy's were talking about when they just can't do it. And I turned around because it went on for like 20 seconds to 30 seconds, which is quite a long time when people are looking at you and you can't physically play anything without sounding wrong. So I turned around and he wasn't even there. He was at the buffet.
I know that one.
And and the saxophonist's boyfriend went to go have a look and see what was playing. And his decks weren't ever even turned on. It was just his laptop on Spotify on like a 27-second crossfade, and he'd just cue the songs.
You're joking.
So his decks weren't even on.
Oh my God.
It was just basically an aux cable.
So why
to
did he
his
have
big
those
speakers.
decks then?
Because it looked good.
Oh wow.
You didn't even. It was ridiculous. That was literally all the gear, and not no idea. You just couldn't be asked to do it at all.
Yeah. There is a lot of can't be asked.
Yeah.
And do you know what? I do get that actually. The can't be asked, because although I'd critique it, like, you know, you chose to do this job. Why, you know, lift your finger, pull your finger out. That's the expression. Pull your finger out. Do your job. You're getting paid. But I do also get the other side, like, and I think this is when you actually think you know it's maybe time to leave. But when you've been doing the same gig over and over and over again, and you know, if you're a wedding DJ, you're probably going to be doing like at least 3 gigs a week, at least just the same gig over and over and over again. Press and play, and probably the most exciting part of that night is when the buffet comes out.
Yeah,
yeah,
do love a
free
buffet.
food. Yeah, so I do get it, but
But we do weddings all the time.
Yeah,
and they're all the same songs, and I bloody love it.
Yeah.
Granted, I'm not playing Sweet Caroline on repeat because I just refuse to.
I disagree, you know. That's what gets me down about weddings. If I hear, like, Freed from Desire, and it's me who says, like, oh, should we go with Freed from Desire? Because I know that's the expectation. But I'm like, oh my God, I'm sick to death of this song.
There are some songs which are just kind of grating a little bit for me now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I love it when I hear a really cool remix of a song that I've never heard before. And I'm like, oh, okay, he's playing Show Me Love, but this version I've never heard of. That's
Show
cool.
Me Love, I despise.
Yeah. My sister banned it from her wedding because even she despises it, and she's
Thank
not a
God
musician. We've gone on a segue again.
We have?
Yeah. DJs. We're on DJs because we were talking about your routine.
Yes. So, I feel like all these segues are so much more exciting than my actual routine. But yeah, so it doesn't. I tend to find that it doesn't matter whatever mood I'm in. As soon as I go to my green room, everybody get a green room. I would recommend it. As soon as I go to my green room and I put my heels on and my hair goes up, that's just Christix mode activated then. And it doesn't matter what's going on at home. It doesn't matter if I'm feeling a bit bloated or a bit tired. I can't be asked. It's just acting. It's like a stage persona that kind of comes out. And that's also what happens whenever you play Show Me Love on a song that you goddamn hate. Because I'd say 20% of our job is acting. But I always find like what got me through quite a rubbish time in my life is kind of fake it till you make it. You've always got to turn up really happy and positive and smiley. Yeah. And then actually you do end up feeling that way. So it is great, but it's very rare that I'm having a poor time at a wedding. I absolutely love it. But the wind down for me is like what you're talking about. You just shut your case and you fly out the door.
Escape to the next gig usually.
Oh yeah, I'm true. I tend to be like at my gig for at least an hour after I finish playing.
Yeah, why?
I think because I'm just really high energy, and I'm not saying like you are. I don't even know, bloody Tasmanian devil. You just jump around like Tigger. It's crazy. But for me, I think because I do put a lot into it, and not that I'm saying that people don't, but I definitely do. I just need to just decompress, and it's loud, and it's like such a high, it's such a rush that I just need to just go and have a break. I'll just sit outside. I'm quite happy not to talk to anybody. Sit in my green room. Sometimes we just sat in the toilet for like half an hour. But I just need to kind of come back down to earth because it's such like an emotional high for me doing it. Maybe it's quite a spiritual experience. I don't know. So yeah, I just need like half an hour to cool down and mainly just air dry, cool down mentally and physically.
But how? So my first question is, how far is the longest you'll go to a gig? I'm getting somewhere with this point, but how far like I said 2.5 hours. That's not even my longest I'd go. I'd probably go if the money was good 3.5. But for you, what's your limit?
I will pretty much drive probably 4 hours maximum.
Oh, okay. But what do you
to a gig, but
do?
then I would never drive more than 2 hours back.
Okay. Okay. Because I was going to say, so you're taking time to like half an hour to kind of calm down, if you will. But wouldn't you just be calming down on the drive back home? Like, why do you like? What? Because I would be really worried that if I'm spending another half an hour at the gig calming down, I'm going to be too calm for that drive and I'll end up falling asleep at the wheel. Not that I've ever done that before. I have.
I didn't want to laugh in case you didn't want to say.
Yeah.
But that's why we're doing this podcast.
Yes.
Yes, but when you finish, when you play your last note, what do you do? Like, what's your plan from playing your last note? Woo! Thank you so much. Fantastic. What do you do then before getting into your car?
I pack down as quick as I can.
Is that like unplug, sax in case?
Sax in case, away, microphone away, yeah.
And then just go.
Yeah, I give you a hug if you're on the same gig with me. I say to the DJ, regardless of who he is or who she is.
That was so amazing.
Lovely to meet you. All the best, because you're going to effing need it. No, don't say that. I say, lovely to meet you. All the best. Thanks so much. And I do say thanks so much. And I do always mean the thanks so much, because regardless of their skill ability, they have probably helped somewhat, even if it is just pressing play on a pre-made mix. Do a quick okay, I've got everything. Yeah. Right, leg it to the car. Change from my posture in the car, usually into something casual to get me to the next gig or home. That's pretty much what I do. It's really boring.
Well, I just feel like for me, because I tend to like I say, I'll cool down, and after every set, I put my cymbals away, and then I put my drumsticks away, and I move on my kit anyway. So then after that, I might go finish my drink. I might maybe go talk a little bit to some people, hand out some cards. And then after that, then I'll go have like a 20 minutes, just kind of like cool off. And to be honest, because I'm stripping off and I'm in sequins, they're like a bloody sweatsuit. So like I just need to peel them off my body, which is foul. And then I individually package them all away in different freezer bags. I take my earrings out, I try and find that. And then I take my hair out, and that takes about 10 minutes to unbrush anyway, because it's full of sweat and hairspray and stuff. And then I pack all that away. And then once I've done all of that, then I come back out, and then I've got to pack down the other 8 cases. And that's an extra 4 trips back and forth to the car. So I feel like it's just, I don't know, I just feel like maybe because I've got quite a lot of stuff, I just need to mentally prepare to do it all, because it's quite taxing.
That's heavy though. Like
it's like 80 kilos worth of stuff that I take.
What I mean is, yes, it's heavy equipment, but it's just a heavy journey of things that you do. It's a heavy routine. Because I would think, surely it'd be better to just detangle my hair at home and brush it. And
I know, but honestly, it's like a bird's nest, and especially when it's damp anyway. So then when it dries, it gets even worse. And I've got glue in my hair from the hairspray, and I'm probably getting reactions from my earrings because I react to cheap earrings anyway. But I'm not gonna wear gold at a wedding. I need to kind of get all that done. And also, especially, I'd never want to leave, Romy made a really good point on a post that she did probably about a year ago now.
This is Romy on percussion.
Yeah, Romy Fox on percussion.
Yep.
She said after every gig, she takes all her makeup off and she completely changes all her clothes, and she ends up putting baggy sweats on and all this kind of stuff, because that's what you've got to do to be safe. It's not like a guy can just run out in a suit.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of completely change your look and dress down, otherwise you can become a target depending on where you are.
Gosh, that's something I never thought about, but yes, that's so true. That is.
Because then, depending on where you are, if you're in a public car park or something, and you're kind of traipsing out looking like the dog's bollocks, a sweaty version of the dog's bollocks, which is a lovely image, then and you're going back and forth, it's a very predictable routine. So it's quite taxing, really. So I feel like I've kind of got to wind down from that and then big myself up to do that. It doesn't sound like much, to be fair, but it is.
Do you ever go
when
from
you're knackered? It is.
One gig to the other? Do you ever do 2 gigs in one night?
I have done, but never in one night.
Okay.
I've done a daytime festival and then followed by a nighttime wedding.
Oh, right, okay. Well, what do you do then? Do you do the whole pack down routine twice?
Yeah. With
your hair and...
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then I've got straighteners to take to my next gig, so when my hair's air dry, then I'll re-straighten my hair. And I've got baby wipes with me, so I can do a bit of a slag wash and smell all right.
Us men have it so easy.
And I've got to reapply my makeup because I sweated half of it off anyway, and my lipstick's coming off, and then... So it's it's just, that's one of the reasons why I wind down, because I think especially after quite a lot of physical exertion, playing drums and jumping around like a woman possessed, I've then got to do an awful lot more physical exertion packing out.
Mm. Do you know
So I need to rest before I then do all that again. It's like an extra set, because it takes half an hour to take all my stuff out.
But I wonder if almost every woman who is in the industry goes through very similar things as to you, and it's actually just really... just very different if you're a man in the industry as opposed to a woman, because Josie, my partner, who is a singer, is quite similar to you.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I think she wants to get out quick. Yeah. But I would say she probably starts getting ready for her gig at least 5-6 hours before her gig. I don't. I 20 minutes max. 20 minutes. Brush my teeth. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably why I can fit multiple gigs in a night, and it doesn't bother me, because I don't have to go through that. And thankfully, for me specifically, being the same size as a branch from a tree, I don't really do a lot of sweating, so I can just go, let's go. Yeah. But there have been times actually when I've done venues and they've been roasting.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah,
like,
it's
oh
fat.
my god! But
Wow.
I bring like 3 shirts with me, just to make sure. Okay, well, if I sweat or someone spills red wine on it, I'm gonna be okay for the next one.
Yeah, I just feel like if I don't like a sweaty mess at the end of it, then I haven't done my job right. People pay me to look horrific by the end of the gig.
Fair.
And that's when everyone wants a photo with me, and I'm like, you should have got this 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but they
for
don't know you
everyone's
then.
sake, don't do that. My eyeliner's like dripping off my face, and my hair's just stuck to my neck, and I'm like, ugh. But yeah. So I guess maybe that's why. Maybe I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. Like I would love to leave earlier, but my body just won't let me. I just need to just decompress
Yeah.
before then. I've got loads of more heavy lifting to do and stuff.
Yeah. I get
So-
that. I get that. Well, if you have a specific routine that is either setting up on the way to a gig or on the way back down, and packing down and on the way back to home, please email in at wemakeithappenpodcast@gmail.com. In fact, don't even bother. Just send us a message on Instagram because that's pretty much what you do anyway. We are We Make It Happen Podcast on everything.
Yeah, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
Yep, you'll find us there. You can send us a message. And it would also be cool to hear your funny gig stories, which we
Yes.
often talk about, and which is where we're going to talk. Which is what we're going to talk about now. So we've had 6 months.
I haven't got any, mate.
Yeah, and nothing's happened. No,
No,
joking.
literally, for me, all my gigs have been really successful, and I've had a great time. Like, the dance floors have been full, the clients have been really nice. There's been the odd couple where they've been absolutely paralytic, but they're still a great time. So apart from that, I don't really have any funny stories. Apart from there was one wedding where it's not that funny. It's just a really short anecdote. I went out with my cousin on a night out in Leeds because he was back from the army, and we ended up bumping into this couple, and the bars ended up closing. I think it was like a Tuesday. So they invited us back to their hotel room, which looking back is sketchy. Don't do it. But I had an army bloke with me, so it was fine. And they were both really nice. And then we ended up drinking like champagne until 8 a.m. and teaching them how to salsa dance at 8 a.m. in their hotel room before we realised the time. And then they ended up booking me for their wedding 10 weeks later. And then I ended up getting a sax player in, and I could have networked every single tequila shot that I bought.
Nice.
Yeah, I could have expensed it all. It was just a networking event by that point because they booked me.
Oh, okay.
So that's my little funny anecdote. But apart from that, everything else has gone well.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. I think I've had highs and lows in gigs. But I think, a lot of the time I finish a low gig and I'm like, but it was low because it was probably funny. And there's a positive to
Yeah.
take away from that.
It's funny later on, but not at the time.
Yeah. Yes. I did a gig. This is my funny gig story. I did a gig in in Nottingham. And that's as far as I'll say in terms of location because
Right.
I do many gigs in Nottingham.
Okay.
And this particular DJ was very confident. I spoke to him on the phone before. Of course, it involves a DJ. I spoke to him
Goddamn
on-
Tracy.
I spoke to him on the phone beforehand, and I was like, "So okay to mix?" And he was like, yeah, no problem, bro. I was like, great. Can you mention to me any tunes that you think of when you think of sax? He mentioned a few. I was like, oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So
Can you play that Save Me song?
it was. I mean, he had some interesting ideas. I was like, yeah, you should be fine. Can't think of any other reason why it wouldn't be. Showed up, and there appeared to be 2 DJs there, and I was like, oh, which one did I speak to? And it was like, you spoke to me. There's the guy who was DJing at the time, and I was like, oh, great, okay, fine. So I'm going to play with you later. And he was like, nah, mate, you're going to play with the other one. I was like, so why have I had a conversation with you then? But anyway, what ends up happening was the guy who he decided to stay on through my set, but the conversation that we had previously, he decided he was going to disregard entirely and play some of
God.
the wackiest tunes. And we went literally from like R&B 1 minute to rock the next. And I was like, whoa, dude, I've literally said like dance music, please. And we're playing every genre known to man here. But then it gets better. Like that's happened in pretty much other gigs. That's nothing new. That's nothing too funny. But all of a sudden, I see this figure next to me as I'm playing. Now, if I don't really play next to the DJ decks, I play like in the crowd.
Right.
And on the mic in my ears, because I got my in-ears in at the time, all of a sudden, I'm in the middle of playing. I hear, Oggy, Oggy, Oggy. And I'm like, I'm in the middle of playing.
Yeah.
Do you want to save that for a moment? But this figure next to me, I realise, is the DJ. And he's got this incredibly long lead, not wireless, incredibly long lead going from his neck, creating like crazy health and safety concerns. Like just stretching it across the crowd. People are like pretty much limboing to try and get past this. And he's like, and all of a sudden he starts breaking out some dance moves. And I'm like, this is a guy that clearly doesn't like the limelight being on someone else for a moment.
Yes.
Because he cannot handle the fact that people aren't looking at his
I'm going to go exactly where that man is and break dance.
Yeah. And that's what he was doing. He was holding the mic, the cable's flapping around. He's doing some crazy dance moves. And then
Were they good dance moves?
No.
Oh.
And it's like Shania Twain, Man, I Feel Like a Woman. And I'm like, wrong music, wrong type of dance. What is going on? And it's those gigs that I'm like, let's get the F out of it. We need to go.
I feel like a woman.
Okay. Yeah. And it's those moments where when they go at the end, what's your name again? Because they're gonna say, oh, sweet on sax. It's like, oh, don't worry about it, mate. So,
my name's Pete.
yeah, just say, oh, my name's Callum. I don't have sweet on sax at all in those gigs. I'm like, oh, I don't really like shout outs, mate. Just don't worry about it. Yeah, people remember from when you gave me a shout out at the start. It's all right. We'll leave it there. So yeah, that was probably one of the funniest.
Oh,
stories.
I bloody wish there was some content of that. I would have loved to have seen that. I'm just getting images of him doing that skipping where there's like 4 people in the microphone cable.
Oh,
Or skipping around like they do on the beach.
It was bad. Oh, and
Limboing.
also, all the music was distorted across the entire
God, I
venue.
hate that so much.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, do you mind if you just lower the master? Because I could see it was like in the red like the whole time. And he was like, oh, it's the speakers. And I'm like, yes, it is the speakers because of your actions. You are making the speakers sound like this. They don't have to sound like this. Yeah, so
Yeah, but sometimes if it's hitting red, it just means that it's working and you're doing a good job.
Yeah, red means stop. Like in every language. You see a red light, you don't go, it's just the traffic light's messing up. I'm going to go for it anyway. If you see red on the decks, stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a good analogy, actually.
Where
I don't know how a lot of people don't necessarily, I don't know how they miss that. Happens a lot.
Yeah. I don't know either. Green. I mean, it's literally green, yellow, red. It's color coded in the same way as a traffic light. So why does it work differently? DJs go, I'd love to see their journeys home. They're going to make it home.
I don't think you'd want to see
3
their
hours
journeys
away
home.
in 20 minutes. I've skipped every red light. On that note,
on that happy note,
this is our first podcast. We will hope to keep it consistent. We're looking forward to next week because we do have a guest, which we won't say any more about.
Still very exciting.
Just in case it doesn't happen.
Don't say that. It will happen.
Yes.
It will happen.
We will make it happen.
We make it happen.
Every 2 weeks, we hope to do a
Handcuff him.
podcast. So you should see us every 2 weeks. Please feel free to message us with any thoughts that you have. I think this week we were just remembering how we do a podcast. If I'm honest.
It's been a long time coming, but it's going to be so worth it. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
And I hope that you are enjoying the look of our new studio.
And the look of our new mugs.
And the look of our new mugs. Yes, go on. Give us a little show to camera. Wonderful.
I've done this so many times. I don't think you've twigged, but I've been like...
if you are driving, please do it safely. And
if
no
you are
speeding through
tired,
red lights.
pull over.
Yes, please do. And we hope that we have been some enjoyment to your trip for wherever you're going if you're driving.
Yeah.
Right, then lots of love.
Lots of love. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you then. Bye.
Bye.
We make it happen.